Philza and Niki will be leaving the Dream SMP in Season 2 for the start. Yesterday, they did a finale for the Syndicate, and if you didn't know, the Syndicate is a group that Technoblade and Philza formed a good while ago, and this lore pretty much revolved around Technoblade. He was making stories and things for it. There was going to be this whole thing where there would be another group like the Syndicate, but instead of hating the government, they liked the government, and all the lore to do with the Syndicate is really cool, and I know Technoblade had some big plans for it. We saw some massive builds that Technoblade was building a while ago, and it's really sad that we'll never get to see his ideas plan out. Now, Philza and Niki plan to do a finale just finishing off this lore, in which they meet up with the goddess of death, which is Kristen. Now, I really recommend watching the whole lore stream itself. I'm not going to recap it. I feel like you have to watch it because it does feel very emotional, and it's a good ending to this whole story. But after the stream ended, both Niki and Philza announced that they won't be in Season 2 of the Dream SMP. Well, at least for the start of it. Philza mentions that he doesn't really like the idea that everybody's forgetting their memories, and if he wanted to do lore in Season 2, he'd sort of have to forget Technoblade, which is really understandable. I understand that the nuke went off and you want to start new relationships and you want to do new lore and things, but with the recent passing of Technoblade, to just then make everybody forget him in the lore, even though he was a massive part of the whole story and a massive part for why the Dream SMP is big, it just doesn't sit right with me either that they'd want to forget that in lore terms at least. And it makes a lot of sense to why Philza doesn't feel comfortable with going into Season 2 and doing that. And I really think there should be a sort of rework for this idea. I can understand that everybody on the server will forget each other, but they could do something so everybody remembers Technoblade. You know, maybe copy over his house to the new server, and inside there could be books and memories of Technoblade. And in character and lore terms, they could discover who Technoblade was. So that Technoblade would be in Dream SMP Season 2, his memories and everything would be there, and you know, this could cause some flashbacks or something for some of the characters, so they don't have to forget Technoblade, because Technoblade shouldn't be forgotten, especially in the Dream SMP. I also don't want to see people start hating on Dream and the other members of the Dream SMP for joining in with Season 2, because all of the decisions for Season 2, I assume, is a group decision, and I really do not think that they are doing this whole forget your memories section just so they can forget Technoblade. Of course not. We're viewers, we only see one side of the story, and I guarantee that none of them want to forget Technoblade, as Technoblade was one of their friends. I just think it's kind of planned out poorly, and if everything does change in Season 2, I feel like Technoblade needs to be that one thing that doesn't, and that one person that always sticks around, especially for the amount of things he's done for the community. It's going to be really sad not seeing Philza and Niki in Season 2, but I guarantee for whatever else they do, they're going to smash it. They're awesome content creators, and their decision to not join in with Season 2 is 100% respectable. If you're looking for another video to watch, the other day I asked AI to create backstories for Minecraft mysteries. Check out the video on screen.